In this video, I'm going to go over the 3D sweep command in Autodesk Inventor. I have open in front of me a part file, and I've already created some sketches here that I'm going to use for this sweep command. We're going to start up here with these sort of rectangular looking things. So the sweep command can be found in our 3D model tab, and it looks like kind of a rectangular snake. So I'm going to activate it by left clicking on it, and it's going to open up this little properties box here. Now there are two things that the sweep command needs. It needs a profile first and foremost. And what a profile is, it's the actual shape that is going to be following the path, or it's the actual shape of your sweep here. The profile has to be a closed loop design, so you cannot, if you want it to be a solid, I guess, if you want it to be a solid, it has to be a closed loop design in order for it to actually fill that solid in. So I'm going to start by selecting this circle here, and you'll notice that my circle is actually lined up with the end of my path. If I spin this, there we go, you can see that the path actually intersects the plane where that sketch is. So I've selected my profile, and the next thing I need to do is come up here and select curve or edge for my path. Well, I want it to sweep along this rectangular path here. So I'm going to select this, and you'll see we get a bit of a preview of what this is going to look like. So because I'm using a circle, my whole path is a circular sort of sweep, and it kind of looks like a circular pipe with a bunch of 90-degree corners actually. So we get a preview of what this is going to look like, and if we're happy with this, we go ahead and we click OK. And there we have it. We have our finished sweep. So that's how we can create a fairly complex shape that would take us quite a while to actually extrude and join, etc. Very, very easily using the sweep command. Now I'm going to turn on the visibility of my sketch 1 here again and my sketch 2. Okay, so I've got my sweep, there it is, hiding in there, or my path, sorry. So now what if your path is not connected to your profile? Let's try that. So if I click on sweep and I grab my profile, which is this little circle down here, and now I want to select my path. So what happens when your path isn't actually touching your profile? So I'm going to grab sketch 2, which is this the same rectangular line. So you can see what happens if you select a path that is not in line with your profile there. You will still get the profile, but it actually won't be located on the path that you've drawn here. So my original path was drawn where my 3D pipe is here, and you can see with the preview of the new one, it's following the same shape, but it's just not on that path itself. So if I am happy with this, I go ahead and I click OK. I'm going to turn off the visibility for those two sketches. So there's the sweep with just a simple little profile, our circle, and a simple path there, a bunch of 90-degree corners. Let's move on now to something a little bit more complex. So here I'm going to select my sweep command again, and now it's going to look for, actually you'll notice it did it by default, it's going to look for the only closed loop I have open. Because I've turned off the visibility of my other sketch, the only closed loop I had was this slot, so it grabbed that slot by default. And again, because the only other sketch I had open besides that slot was this path, it grabbed that curve as my path by default. So we can see the preview here of what this is going to look like, kind of like a big ribbon or something. So a little bit more complex of a shape here. Now there's a couple other things I want to point out. If we take a look at our taper option, so underneath behavior, you'll notice we have the taper option. Right now by default it's on 0 degrees. 0 degrees means that that profile that we've selected is going to be uniform all the way through this path. But what if we want it to get bigger or smaller? We can put in a taper. So if I go, let's say -1.5, so if I taper it at a -1.5 degree angle, and we look at this from the side here, we can see what's happening. So it starts off with the shape of that slot, but it immediately goes -1.5 degrees, and you can see it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner until it actually intersects itself and it stops. So if I was to taper this at -1.5, my sweep would actually only go to this point here following the curve, and then it would stop because it actually overlaps itself. So you can put in a taper there if you wanted it to get bigger or smaller as it's going along and following the path. You can also, if we come down to the bottom here, we have some Boolean options. So just like with the extrude command where you can join, cut, or intersect, you can do the same thing using your sweep command. So you could join your sweep, which is what I'm doing here. It's creating a volume or creating a 3D feature. I could cut it out, so if it was intersecting another object, I could actually cut this sweep out of that object, or I could intersect where it only keeps the overlapping volume between the two 3D features. So you do have options. You're not always limited to just creating a 3D solid. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And there we have our next swept feature there. So this is how we can use the sweep command in Autodesk Inventor using our 2D sketches for our profiles and for our paths. Just a quick note, you can also do this with a 3D sketch. So if I had a 2D profile and a 3D, let's say a helix, you could sweep that 2D profile along that 3D sketch and it would also sweep and create a feature for you.